I think in selecting any leadership team, you have to be proactive in understanding their strengths and their weaknesses, and especially with regards to electronic health record implementation, because it's so different than what the leadership team is accustomed to doing. You have to be able to navigate not only yourself through it, but the entire team. So knowing what their skills are in strengths, their weaknesses, is really important. And for our team, we took a nice cross-section from each department so that it was well represented within the corporation. And I think that was very important for us because we have multiple locations and multiple specialties. So after the leadership team was selected and making sure that we had good representation and people who did have both, actual power within the corporation and then perceived power. So we made sure we covered all of our bases. But making certain that they had goals that were measurable is very important in any project. It's important for just instilling good staff accountability and good outcomes. So for our teams, we measured not only by how many providers we were able to bring up live and without decreasing revenues or large decreases in our schedules, but also we looked at different departments. So for one, we looked at our health informatics department and where it started out at a specific number of employees by the end of our implementation, and within approximately 1 year, we had reduced that staff by nearly a third. And with better workflows in place, with nearly error-free input and output on the record side, it has been a tremendous transformation. We also saw that with our dictation, the costs were quite exorbitant given the size of our practice. And after we had implemented all of our note templates, the cost was decreased to now it's next to nothing. It's almost gone completely, and that was a significant expense to this corporation. So after the teams are built and we've looked at our different return on this investment, it was really important throughout the implementation to have any type of positive return and good staff engagement, to have a solid training program. We spent an enormous amount of time and resource designing that program and making certain that we had a good trainer on site for it. We had a full-time dedicated trainer who we sent to our vendors' corporate headquarters for appropriate training. We mapped out workflows, made sure that that was pushed out to the corporation, and that we had good engagement from the personnel that this implementation was going to affect. We also, during our training and go-live phases, made certain to very well recognize those people who had gone live, who had played a part in all of this big transformation. So it really was a lot of different departments involved and into that training, and making sure that people were recognized for the hard effort, and it came off quite well. We did a tips and tricks program. We would send out different information weekly. We had newsletters going out. We have an intranet here that we would post different information on. If things were changing, we'd let the whole staff know what was to be expected, and then of course we have a really nice webcast system that we built into our training platform. So everything that we verbalize in training, we've backed up with some sort of webcast so the staff can go back, review it online, take tests on it. It was a very robust training program.